Eminem sold like 60 million records more than him. How you put them there like the equals? It's tough for me to say some of this I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
But in this industry, I'm the cause of a lot of envy. So when I'm not put on this list, the shit does not offend me.
Say anything that you think could be compatible to Eminem. You know, he's sold over like 90 million records. There's nobody that you can look at and you can point to and say that is equivalent. He's the bridge culturally for hip-hop culture to lose its color, for everybody to feel like they want to participate and be a part of it. No Eminem, no Rolls Royces and Ferraris for these that you see. Do you see what I'm saying to you now? They wouldn't be able to earn the same amount of money off of the projects that they have going on because there wouldn't be that many consumers of it. So when they would look and go, oh, why he sold more records than the rest of, oh, because he's white. Bro, you could get whoever you think is the best, put him in the...
In his interview with Angie Martinez on Hot 97, Kanye West referred to Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time.
The scariest artist in the game right now is that the scariest artist is definitely Nicki Minaj. And I think she has the most potential out of everyone to be the #2 rapper of all time. Because nobody's gonna be bigger than Eminem.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time. So Eminem's #1 rapper of all time. And as
when you say that, you mean as their lyrics, or you mean as sales wise?
Everything, like having a home network one day. You know, it's just everything, everything that comes with it. Yeah.
DJ Vlad recently sat down with Corrupt and asked about being name-dropped by Eminem on Till I Collapse. Corrupt replied with genuine respect, saying he had been a fan of M's work long before the mention and felt truly honored to be acknowledged by someone he views as one of the greatest.
Eminem had a song called Till I Collapse. And he had a line in that song. He said, got a list. Here's the order of my list, and then it goes. Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie.
From Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and Thimmy. Yeah!
He put you between Jada and Nas.
I love him. M is so humble, you know what I'm saying? And to be on that list, man, I'm just, because he didn't have to say that.
Well, he actually said, and then me.
You know.
So he said Jada, Corrupt, Nas,
I love it.
And then me. He's saying that you're better than him.
Right. I wouldn't say that. He was saying that on his list, this is his favorite, and then there's him. You know what I'm saying? But he's a murderer of MCs. We are MCs, and when a real MC make it, he'll always recognize another MC. And when he's on top and that MC isn't, he'll always give that shout to that MC, one way or another. And that's why, you know, you gotta love him, because I love him to death.
Like when I rap with Eminem, I know I gotta be the way up, because this ain't playing.
He's like bred for that shit, man.
He make you go hard. Then he the type of nigga that when you finish the song, he'll go back in and change and do 4 more bars. You be like, you cheating, man. Why you get 4 more bars, Eminem? You already done cut my head off. Now you going in for 4 more bars? And he just like, God damn it, Marshall, you bad. I'm glad you're on my team.
Drake has openly praised Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time, most memorably during a concert held in Detroit, Eminem's hometown.
And he was just like, man, you know, he's like, just enjoy it. He didn't tell me, like, you know, a lot of people would be like, oh, it's nothing. He didn't make it seem like it's not a big deal. He was like, but if you need reassurance before your verse comes, he's like, look at me, man. I'll give it back to you. You know, like, he was like, just look at me and I will reassure you that you belong on that stage. And I did. I came out there, I looked right at him, and he nodded at me, and that's when I knew, like, I'm okay up here.
Make some noise for the greatest rapper to ever get on a microphone. He goes by the name of Eminem.
In an interview, Charlemagne asked Kendrick Lamar whether being compared to Eminem felt like a compliment or an insult. Kendrick responded without hesitation, showing deep respect as he said, "M is one of the greatest to ever do it." His tone made it clear that being compared to Eminem was nothing but an honor.
You try to sound like Eminem, and I know he's an influence of yours. Is that a compliment or an insult? Because no rapper wants to be considered an imitator.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment because I'm a student of the game first. Before I jump to any type of booth, you know what I'm saying? I know my history well, you know, from Eminem albums to Pac albums to Dre to Snoop. So if they hear elements and different pieces like that, then, so be it. Because Eminem is, one of the greatest of all time. And nobody can take that from him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take it. New artists can't take it. No, nothing. That boy wordplay is out of this world.
You were kind of surprised that Eminem had you on his top 5 list.
Yeah.
Why did that surprise you so much?
I mean,
Well, obviously because it is Eminem, I get that, but
yeah,
you're also Jadakiss.
yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just a humble person. You know what I mean? A big iconic figure like Eminem to, acknowledge my work is a beautiful thing.
And one of the greatest to ever touch on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Ice Cube praised Eminem, naming him one of his top 10 MCs of all time, the mic.
Before you get out of there, I just need the legend, Ice Cube's top 5 rappers of all time.
Lord have mercy, man.
And then we can let you go.
Damn. Top 5. There's some guys that can spit. Eminem, one of the best that ever touched the mic.
Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has publicly shown his respect for Eminem's rhyme cadence, calling it unmatched and describing his syncopation as incredible.
Or you can be someone, like Eminem and just have amazing cadence, and it's almost like the syncopation and I sit back with this act, this act, this back, and this act, this it, and you almost become this percussion.
The debate over who holds the title of greatest rapper of all time often includes Eminem, and a major reason is his performance on Renegade with Jay-Z. Featured on Jay-Z's 2001 album The Blueprint, the track is iconic in hip-hop, not just for its quality, but because many believe Eminem outshined Jay-Z on his own song. This moment stands out, since Jay-Z is one of the most respected, consistent, and successful rappers ever. So for Eminem, a white rapper from Detroit, to go bar for bar with Jay-Z and arguably do it better was a big deal. His verse came across as more technical, emotionally charged, and lyrically sharp. This sparked a broader conversation. If Eminem could outperform Jay-Z at his peak on one of the most praised rap albums ever, did that make him the better rapper? For many, it confirmed that Eminem's talent was far from just hype.
You could put either one, you could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with them, and he will eat that alive. Right now, if you had them prepare themselves in whatever way they would have to prepare themselves to come to battle, and I bet what I have, everything I have, that meatloaf, we put you right there. And any other competition that we would put these artists in, he's obviously surpassed them. There's points that they'll match, like M and J at points. That was Live Nation. Because he sold his touring career to Live Nation, they got to keep him hot enough to go get their money back. So they match him up with him, put them together because he got momentum connected to his relationship with Beyonce and his record with Alicia. It makes sense. It makes sense that it's the Detroit, New York show, but it only makes sense to me because of business. It makes sense because M sold like 60 million records more than him. You put them there like the equals. It's tough for me to say some of this shit. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
Despite his long-standing issues with Eminem, Irv Gotti couldn't deny his incredible talent and lyrical dominance. He even admitted that Eminem outrapped Jay-Z on their track Renegade, a rare admission given his close ties to Jay and past tension with M. Gotti's acknowledgement underscored just how undeniable Eminem's skills were, even to those who didn't favor him.
Renegade. Let me say it again. Eminem bodied my brother Jay-Z on Renegade thoroughly. It was a thorough bodying.
Even global superstars like Nicki Minaj and Rihanna were surprised when Eminem showed interest in working with them. Despite their own massive success, both artists were genuinely shocked and humbled that one of the greatest rappers of all time wanted to collaborate.
Sent it. That's when he picked up the phone.
Wow. And said what?
He said, yo, man, I was feeling the first one, but it wasn't me, but this, and I was literally sitting there and I swear I did this on the phone with Eminem. I've never, usually I can compose myself, but with him I said, so does that mean you're gonna do it? And he was like, yeah. Like he's real calm.
He's laid back, right? Yeah.
He got that real like sexy, smooth kind of swag, but he was so detailed. Like he was so descriptive when he spoke to me, like, you know, what he liked and what he, you know, what he wanted to implement. And I mean, we went back and forth with it for a really long time because we had one hook, we had to change it because of clearance issues, and he still made it work. And I still, even right now, I'm in shock. I just don't even believe that he gave me that much time.
He still delivered a crazy verse on that.
Crazy verse. Something is wrong with Eminem. I mean, he has so much in his mind that I almost feel lucky for him that he has music. I feel like he has so much in his head that music is such a great release for him. He's one of my favorite artists. Absolutely.
Tony Yayo considers Eminem the greatest of all time due to his unmatched lyrical ability, storytelling, and global influence. In interviews, Yayo often points out how Eminem rose from a tough background, earned his stripes in Detroit's underground, and gained respect through raw talent. He praises Eminem's technical skills, saying no one matches his wordplay, flow, or rhyme schemes. Yayo also highlights Eminem's impact, breaking barriers for white rappers, staying true to hip-hop, and becoming one of the best-selling artists ever. For Yayo, Eminem's authenticity, consistency, and lyrical dominance solidify his GOAT status.
Eminem sold 16 million records. Diamond. 16 million. Be like Lord Jamal and them. Eminem's whack.
Guess what? Motherfucker still ain't listening to that in the hood. Nobody came to me in the hood and was like, yo, I just heard this Eminem song where he went at you. No, they gotta read about it on media takeout and shit like that. Because again, my point is proven, nobody listens to your f***ing shit.
Right.
He sold 16 million records.
Well, Dr. Dre, he said, I think Eminem is the best MC, point blank, period. Of course, there are gonna be arguments about that because he's a white guy, but I don't think anyone that's rapping can touch Eminem on that microphone.
I think he's the best MC ever. I mean, I point blank, period. Of course, there are going to be arguments about that because he's a white guy. You know, I don't think anyone that's rapping can touch Eminem on that microphone.
Let's streams. Eminem sold 16 million hard copies worldwide. He's the biggest artist worldwide, bro. Hands down.
Living artist?
Yes. In the hip hop world.
In the hip hop world, yeah.
In the hip hop world, he's the biggest artist worldwide.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say nobody's numbers, but you know it's
okay.
Hold on.
Would you say that Drake?
Brad, you gotta let me stop.
Okay, go ahead.
He's the biggest artist worldwide. I would say 50 is he gotta be the second biggest artist worldwide. G-Unit has to be one of the biggest groups worldwide. Then said G-Unit is the caviar of hip hop rap groups overseas.
When Eminem first hit the scene, Fat Joe was one of the artists who instantly recognized his talent. Over the years in interviews, Joe has openly praised Eminem's lyrical ability, calling him one of the greatest to ever do it. He said that even back then, Eminem's skill was undeniable. His rhyme patterns, delivery, and wordplay were on an entirely different level.
Hip-hop at the time Eminem came out more than ever was more biased and more racial than ever.
Right.
There's no way hip-hop would have gave it up to a white boy unless he was phenomenal. And when he came out, he was so nasty.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. Did not want it was a lot of I didn't give him the smoke when he came out.
Right.
We are hip-hop. We know hip-hop. They would have never gave that lane right there, Eminem. He was phenomenal.
Back in the day, more rap was just for a certain type of person. You had to go through certain things. You had to know certain words and criteria to be in the rap scene.
Was it originally black?
Yes.
Now it's everything.
It's everything, yeah.
My kids listen.
Yeah, there's a lot of, man, one of the greatest rappers is Eminem, and he's white. You know what I mean?
The game has called Eminem the greatest rapper of all time. Over the years, his relationship with Eminem has been complex, a blend of admiration, rivalry, and controversy. Still, despite any tension, the game has consistently shown respect for Eminem, frequently praising his lyrical skill and legendary status in hip-hop.
The greatest rapper, infinity, all time is Eminem. But Eminem and Jay go hand in hand, man. It's just, you know, you can't say Jay without saying Eminem because they're both collectively great artists. They've sold,
They got it all.
They got it all, man. Yeah.
M's back?
Eminem is Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most lyrically insane. Even when I was going at 50 and me and Dre wasn't seeing eye to eye, man, I stayed away from the white dude, because he a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I don't think it's a rapper he won't slay. And you don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
He was talking about how he was going to pick fights. If he were to come at you with like a industry beef, what would you have done?
Run. Yeah, Eminem is. You don't understand. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem. He shreds, and I ain't his best friend or nothing. I'm just saying. I understand that he can't be seen by nobody. Jay, no, everybody know. You don't mess with the white boy.
Tech9 has praised Eminem multiple times, referring to him as a rap god and emphasizing his unmatched lyrical skill, speed, and wordplay.
And to me, he's the extreme lyricist when it comes to wordplay and all that, the emotion and everything. So I would like to, a lot of people just want to hear us on a track to see who would win. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how I sound next to who I deem the best rapper.
Wow, the best rapper.
Yeah,
okay.
and there's a lot of good rappers out there, great rappers out there.
And with me and my brother Chris Calico on it already, and sending our verses to M and hearing him say, "Man, Calico killed it. You guys killed it." That's like the best rapper telling you that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't think Nas is bigger than Eminem. Obviously Eminem is the biggest rapper of all time statistically. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem is like definitely sold more records, but as far as artistry and impact on the culture, I think they're in the same category. Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac, you know what I'm saying?
Hip-hop pioneers Rakim and Ice-T both consider Eminem one of the greatest rappers of all time. Rakim has praised his complex lyricism and even named him one of his favorite MCs, while Ice-T has clearly stated that Eminem's skill and impact solidify his place among the genre's all-time greats.
Eminem gravitates towards you more because he's just a lyricist.
The beast. That's my man. Brother nasty, you know what I mean? Regardless, you can't take nothing away from his thoughts and his pen. Okay. You know what I mean? And M is nasty, man. I tell people to this day, if M was black, he'd be if M was black, he'd be the next Muhammad Ali, man.
Excluding yourself, if you had to take yourself out the equation, is there someone who you may consider to be the greatest rapper of all time?
It's a couple people. One of my favorite MCs is Eminem. There's a few cats, man, that I think could have, depending on what time they was out, could have been,
You got to be able to rock. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people rock hard, some people rock slow, but regardless, the end result is do the audience feel you. If they feel you, you win in this game. A lot of cats right now I know can rhyme their ass off, but they really ain't, nobody's feeling them. It's like, oh, okay, that was interesting. So you got to be clever, and I think what Eminem figured out a way is how to be clever and say rhymes that, you might not even like him, but after you start listening to it, you be laughing. I love
the greatest rapper alive, and probably there ever will be, is Marshall Mathers. And I swear to God, I'm not saying that because I was saying that before I was signed.
Busta Rhymes considers Eminem one of the greatest MCs ever, citing his unmatched lyrical skill, complex wordplay, fearless honesty, and incredible versatility as a rapper.
I was introduced to Eminem music on the 1998 Smoke and Groove tour with Fugees out there, myself, Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, Nas.
Stacked
Do this
lineup.
tour,
Powerful tour.
and Wyclef tells me to come on this tour bus. And at the time, we all had started to really build the crazy latest state-of-the-art studios on our tour bus. So I get on the bus. He has a 6-song EP of Eminem. And I think by the 3rd song, I was losing my mind so much as I was coming up the stairs to get on the bus. I couldn't even make it onto the bus because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So as you enter the tour bus and you're right on the stairs in between the stairway and then you make the turn to go into the bus, I'm wilding out so much at the entrance of the bus that I broke the windshield of the tour bus on Wyclef's bus with my head.
What?
And that was probably like a couple $1,000s to repair. But the thing about it is, for me, when your music is that compelling that you don't even have time to think, you just react, it's instinctual, that's when you know that the music is touching your soul. And at that point, you know, I fell in love with Eminem from that day and has held him in one of the highest regards as probably one of the most profound wordsmiths and lyrical masters of the microphone. Period.
50 Cent believes Eminem is one of the greatest of all time because of his exceptional lyrical talent, fearless honesty in his music, and the way he broke barriers as a white rapper in a predominantly black genre, all while achieving massive success and dominating the industry.
He's the only person that did things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshall Mathers LP with 23 million records sold with flags all around the plaque, and I was like, yo, I want that kind of success. And I know I had to go door to door to get it because I'm not M. See, hip hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is.
Because hip hop culture is a black art form. It's black music. When they have a figure or you have someone that from a different ethnicity come in and he does it as well, if not better than everybody in it, it starts to change. It loses its color. And that's why hip hop music is now pop music. Sure, you've had other white artists. You had Vanilla Ice, but he wasn't Eminem.
Eminem is the GOAT. Let me just say that. That is crazy, bro. His My Name Is Yo was stupid. I'd rather be carried inside the cemetery than buried alive. Like, just that, like, yo, the way he put shit together, bro, is that's who nobody wanna fuck with, yo. That is crazy.
All his old shit, that's like a part of who I am. I wouldn't be who I am without Eminem's music.
Many fans believe that No Love is one of the few collaborations where Eminem didn't completely overshadow his partner, as Lil Wayne delivered a powerful verse that matched Eminem's energy and lyrical sharpness. Unlike most of Eminem's guest appearances, where he clearly dominates, this song is widely seen as a lyrical battle between two top-tier MCs at their best.
Did a bunch of joints with M, man. That's my man. You already know.
That's very interesting.
M had used that Jay-Z moment.
Yo, let me
that
just
Jay lied about that. He talking about he had to go talk to himself and look himself in the mirror. But that moment, M had
You're
me like
probably
that.
the only person that did a record with M that they said that M didn't body. How do you feel about that? Because everyone that M get on a record with, they say he body. I have never heard them say that about you.
I can humbly say I expected that, because when you get on a joint, that's like a championship game. Yeah, and you win it, and they ask you, how do you feel? Did you feel you was going? Yeah, I came in with my game plan, and I expected my game plan to work. Yeah, so M is, when you send a song to M, I attacked it like that, like, nah, you're not. You're just not. You're not gonna do me this. You're not gonna do me this, and so I'm gonna put it all out there. Either we gonna be right here with it and just make a beautiful, wonderful, great song, but you ain't gonna do me that. And so that's what we did. Yeah, we just made a wonderful, great song. I ain't hear nobody ever say nobody body each other, nothing like that. I just made sure that he ain't body me. Yeah, that boy is a monster.